And take a little walk at Up Yonder Farms here on Route 9N, Lakeshore Drive. And I got a nice little hilltop hike up here, plus a lot of other stuff here at the farm. Used to belong to John and Alice Scott. They were like the last private owners, and they donated the whole thing. Right here by the original house, they have this lovely little butterfly garden. And there's actually butterflies in here. Seems kind of late, but they're here. I don't want to make a fool of myself butterfly identification-wise, but I think these are monarchs, but I could be wrong. But there's a bunch of them in here. And inside this little tent. Frog pond. We're about a third of the way up the hill here. And you don't quite see the lake yet, but you do have a nice view down the hill. And it's a nice smooth trail, well mowed, so you generally don't have to worry about picking up any ticks or anything, but of course anytime you're walking out here, that's always a concern. Not here, but here in the woods in general. If there are any berries out there, they're probably pretty much gone. I don't see any. But there are lots of pretty wildflowers. Well, not lots of them, but some. So although it doesn't look like uphill, that is uphill pretty steeply to the top. But over here on the north side of the property is woods belonging to Up Yonder Farm. And there's a lot of nice old growth in there. And still more paths. I don't know my plants that well. This is probably something hideous like ragweed, but from here, you can now see the lake. And we've reached the top. Well, intermediate top of the open area. Got a nice little picnic bench. And a sign thingy that tells you where you are and what you're looking at. It's Mount Erebus on the left and Sleeping Beauty on the right. And then lower down with the sheer cliffs is Shelving Rock Mountain. And that little pointy thing in the middle is Montcalm Point, which is the end of the Tongue Mountain Range and splits the lake between Northwest Bay and the far leg that goes through the Narrows and up north to Ticonderoga. Doesn't get much more spectacular than this. That dark one there is part of the Tongue Mountain Range, and the lighter one off in the distance on the right, that's Black Mountain. That's the tallest mountain surrounding Lake George. I think I see some color on the top of that tree over there. Sometimes it's a little hard to believe that this is actually New York State. Taking an alternate path down the hill here, just for variety's sake. There's the old farmhouse down there through a hole in the trees. Here's a little side trail off into the woods. But at this hour of the day, I'm not going in there. There's like witches and stuff in there. That thing I said about the woods and the witches, that's not true. It's just a woods. Some cars driving by in the distance and squirrels running around. Nothing to fear. So that's Up Yonder Farm. Nice little hike. Lots of trails. Lots of pretty views. And then right across the street from Up Yonder Farm is one of the smallest and perhaps least known parks in all of New York. You can read it right there. These were two local guys. This is the park. It's just a little clearing with a cement bench and a plaque. And these guys were around before anybody even remotely thought about telephones and cars and stuff. This is just a big cement bench, but dedicated to Carl Schurz. Born 1829, died 1906. And he hung around these parts for 14 or so years before he died. And they put this bench up in 1925, which is 90 years ago. Here's the plaque to Abraham Jacobi, or Jacobi, 1830 to 1919. First chair of pediatrics in America. President of the AMA. Okay. They put this plaque up in 1936. No swing sets. No vending stands. No litter. Just nature.